Hello.
Hello.
This is our first video that we are going to teach you how to crochet. So we've not done anything like this before. We've done sort of a bit clinical ones, but we thought it might be a bit more interesting if we taught each other how to do each other's skill.
Yes.
And then we might be able to pick up any issues with our teaching or problems that you have.
Yes.
Do you think?
I
So that's what
think
we're going to do.
Yes.
So we have actually had a little trial run of this, which is unusual for us. So we think this will work now.
Okay.
The first thing we're going to talk about is what
you need.
Yes, what do we need?
So this is designed for somebody that, doesn't matter if you don't knit. This is like for
This is like total
beginner.
This is like crochet for idiots by idiots, isn't it, really?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
So what you need is a hook.
Susan is the teacher.
I'm the teacher.
Yeah, she's got a hook.
Hook.
Have you got anything else?
I've got some.
Oh, yeah.
I've got some wool.
So I've bought my bit of wool. Doesn't need to be fancy, does it?
No, I quite like
fancy.
ours is quite fancy, but I like obviously you can crochet with any thickness of wool, but for beginners and for starting out, I quite like a double knit, and it's quite nice if it's got quite a tight twist to it because it doesn't tend to split, although that doesn't really matter. And I've got some pudding. The ball band says 3.5.
Do you know, I'm just going to say here that although it doesn't really matter, it's a bit easier with crochet. Sorry, to have something that's not really acrylic, because really acrylic stuff's got no stretch in it, has it? And bit stretch is good, isn't it? Squeaky. Do you remember squeaky? It goes squeaky, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
But it literally doesn't matter. You could have anything.
You have anything.
String.
I have crocheted a doormat with string. You can actually crochet with anything.
This is what I brought along.
So Karen's got some Plump DK.
So this is a bit thicker. Oh, and So I haven't got much in the way of crochet accoutrements. So I just found one hook. It's a 5.5. It doesn't really go with this. It doesn't not go with this. Bit thick. No.
So just wait. So Plump DK. If you were looking at the ball band, it would say 4 to 4.5 millimeter needles or that hook.
Yeah.
That applies to hook. And so we are suggesting, aren't we, that it might be an idea. You can go with that, but if you want to go a little bit thicker on the hook. Yes. That makes it a bit easier because you do tend to be quite tight when you start to crochet.
That's a big problem with people is being tight with crochet.
Yes, it is.
I'm knitting.
And I'm not suggesting that, once you're up and running, you should change it. You should follow the pattern. But so Karen is using, you said a 5.5.
Yes.
So it's just a
5.5 millimeter. So I think if you're watching this across the world, you just need to check. There are numbers, there's all sorts of things. So just Google it and see what 5.5 millimeter crochet hook is. But
well,
it might be a D or something. I don't know. It's an I. It might be an L.
I don't think it matters.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. So that's what we're going to do. So, and actually, so the first thing we need to do is do a slip knot, which is what we have to do for knitting and crochet.
Yes.
So we've discovered we do this in the same way. So there's no, we're just going to flip the camera over, and Susan's going to show you how she does that. Right, so Susan, you're going to show us how to do a slip knot.
Now I'm going to show you how to do a slip knot. So here you've got your yarn. It's just like a normal knot, except you don't pull the end through. So there you go. You put that over like that, and rather than sticking that through the hole, just drop the end down the back like that, and pick that up. There we go. And it's called a slip knot, I guess, because you can loosen and tighten it. Okay, like so. So don't put it too tight to the hook, because we're going to crochet into that. Right. Oh, sorry. Right, so I am right-handed, but I don't know that it particularly matters if you're starting out, if you're left-handed.
I mean, I think that's quite a funny thing to say, isn't it? But it's that thing that it's actually virtually impossible to crochet left-handed, isn't it?
I have taught somebody they had to do it, and they had to mirror me, and most of the times I've done it because both hands are doing things. I don't know anything about left-handedness, but both hands are doing things. I think as long as that's how you start out, I think it's fine.
Yes, I suppose, yeah. Okay, go on then.
So holding the hook, I'm holding it in my right hand. I'm holding it like a pencil. Doesn't matter how you hold it. Okay, it really doesn't matter. This, the left hand, is the important hand. Now this is where you make the tension in the yarn, and that's what you crochet into. So this is how I do it. There are many ways of doing it. So you take the yarn. I've just held this tail out the way, over the top of the little finger, all the way back over the front 3 fingers, drop that yarn down there, and then with a thumb and the first finger hold that knot. Okay, like that. And then you lift the second finger. This is where the tension is created, and then I lock these little finger, the next finger down, just to lock the yarn in place so that I can get the tension.
So you just need to basically strap that yarn over a couple of fingers so you've got a bar.
Yes.
It doesn't matter, the little finger thing doesn't really matter.
No, that's just to stop the yarn running through, because if I wasn't locking it, I mean, knitters tend to, if they're, accomplished knitters, tend to just flick the yarn over the hook with their finger like they're knitting. It really doesn't matter, but if you're just starting out, this is how I learned, this is how I do it. Yeah. So then to create your first chain, you take the hook from left to right under the yarn, hook it up like that, and then pull it through the loop on the hook. Okay, most problems that people have at this stage is the loop on the hook is far too tight, so I put the thumb and the first finger up a little bit there, keep to lock the hook, lock the whole thing,
right.
Loop open.
Okay, all right, so you're sort of pulling it down a bit.
Yeah, pulling it down
to make sure you don't make it too tight. Okay.
Too tight. I'm quite a loose crochet, and then I move it up again. So I'm loosening up these fingers at the back here to let the yarn through, and then I'm locking them down again. Okay.
So you go from left under.
This is the important thing. Yeah, left to right,
under, pull it
through, and I move my finger up and down. Yeah,
pull it through. Okay, I see. And each one of those, that's individual chains.
Each one of those is an individual chain.
Is it? Okay.
Yep. So here, if we look at this, you can see the chain. Can you see that?
Yeah.
How's that working? I need to put my glasses on. Let me have a quick look. So each one of these V's.
They look like little plaits.
They look like plaits. Yeah, each one of these is a chain. This is not, and the loop on the hook does not count. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's the front. That's the easiest way to count them. And on the back, they look like little nubs like that. Okay, so when a pattern will always say, it will start by saying chain, I don't know, 20, chain 250, chain 8, whatever. So you've got your loop on the hook. That does not count as a chain at this end either. So it's 1. Now you can see there's your first chain. 2, 3, 4, 5. And just this little note, I tend not to count afterwards because it's really boring and it makes my eyes go funny, particularly if it's a long chain. So I always count when I'm making the chain, and I tend to do a tally chart. So I crochet 10 and I write a tally, and then I crochet another 10 and write another tally. So that if I get
boring, isn't it?
No, it's not boring. It's because I always get interrupted. So you just put it down and then come back to it.
So shall I let you into a secret what I do?
What did you don't bother counting at all?
No.
You just make it up, do you?
No, I don't make it up. But what I do is, if it's lots, then I cast them all on what I think roughly is it. And then
is this a knitting tip or is this a crochet tip?
Well, I don't know, it's for anyone. Then anything's left. Well, I don't think you can do it with crochet, because what I then do is I go do the row, and if I've got a few extra or haven't got enough, I just cast on at the end or knit 2 together to get rid of them.
Right. Well, that is quite sloppy, to be honest.
But,
I mean, yes.
You've got time to do lots of counting. Every time you count, it's different.
That's why I'm saying if you do a tally, then you don't have to count. I'd never count a long time. If you do that, I absolutely agree. If you get to the end of your chain, you're working in your pattern and you've got 2 left over, I mean, don't worry about it. You either skip one or just leave them, and then you can tuck the chain in at the end.
Okay, excellent. We've agreed there then.
Top tips there. So that's that.
So shall I have a go?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, let's put reasons.
So I'm just going to do my slip knot exactly the same way. Circle, cross it over at the back, pick that up.
Lovely, nice.
Look at me, model student. There. Right, not too tight, yeah?
Not too tight. That's the most biggest problem. Right, dreadful English.
Dreadful English.
Biggest issue is being too tight.
Right, so I'm going to do what you did. Over my little finger, under, round.
That's it, nice, very nice.
I'm not sure what to do there. Oh, there. Because I'm going to hold on there.
I'd hold on to that knot, hold on to the knot.
Okay, so left, under.
And look, you've got a big hook
through.
as well, haven't you? Take a big hook.
Oh, look, that's lovely.
That is nice.
Left, under,
I would move those. I'd move that thumb and first finger up a bit, maybe. I don't know. I mean, do you find that easier or not?
I don't know. It's a bit tricky.
Control, I think.
No, I'm sort of ready there. I'm not doing it quite the same as you, am I? Because what's going on here? This isn't hanging over there. Anyway, so I've not got 4.
Yeah, but look, you're
5.
I mean, can you do? Is that easy? I mean, I'd move. That's it. I'd move it up there.
Okay, 6, 7.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? With the big hook. I recommend this, everyone.
Yes.
Right. So, well, I think I've done that. I mean, I'm not holding it the same way as you.
Oh, I think you are.
Look at that.
That's
There's
lovely.
my chain.
That's
So,
beautiful.
excellent. So, well, I think
Sorted.
we've mastered that, haven't we? Oh, and what? But sorry, because I cut you off a minute ago. But you can just do that, can't you? With crochet, and then
Well,
it's
if
all
you
gone.
want to.
No, but then I'm just saying that I think we did have a chat about this earlier. I think it's a good idea to practice these chains again and again, isn't it?
Yes, but I mean, once you've got this technique, I mean, that's it. You can holding the yarn is the most difficult thing, as I think you're demonstrating. And once you've got this technique, really.
I mean, I don't think I normally do it like this, so I'm just. I think some home problems. I don't think I think I do it like that. Oh.
That's the same as
Is
us,
it?
isn't it?
Oh, right, okay.
You can pretend that you've got some
I've got a better way.
it,
Yeah,
but actually you haven't.
But I'm just saying to the people looking at this, if they're still watching, that I don't think, just make it whatever works for you works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, practice your chains, and we'll come back and show you some more.
So we'll do some double crochet or single crochet if you're in America.
In the US of A.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Well done.
Bye.
Bye.